Juan Diego Florez es reconocido como el mejor tenor lírico que hay en el mundo.
He's got a gift. He has a gift, and he takes very good care of his gift.
Award recognizes an extraordinary artist who made his Los Angeles opera debut this afternoon, the tenor from Peru, the Peruvian tenor Juan Diego Florez. I made my debut as an opera tenor exactly 50 years ago. 50 years ago. You can imagine how many singers I have heard. And we are in a unique situation. I can assure you, I have heard all the tenors that sings the repertoire that Juan Diego does. And believe me, I mean, I hear Cesare Balletti, Tino Borgioli, many of the tenors, and they were singing that repertoire. I cannot talk about some of the singers of the past, which like Florez and Dupré. So I just doubt that anybody in the whole history of the tenore leggero, light tenor, or tenore di grazia, or whatever you want to call it, nobody has been as Juan Diego. Not only the beauty of his voice, the ability of his all the coloratura that he sings, his tremendous musicality, his great personality, and which makes him really unique over everybody, is the amazing high tessiture and the high notes that he has. You enjoy it as much. Let's face it, you know, I have believed with all that drama, you know, which it is the high notes. You know, I mean, the tenors, we always live in the danger situation, you know, that everybody is waiting. Doesn't matter how things go, you know. You have to wait for them. You know, I mean, if you don't have the last note, well, something is happening. So I can assure you that in my whole life, Juan Diego, for me, and I'm sure for many people, should be recognized as the supreme artist of his own voice. Nobody was able to sing like him. And so we have that pleasure to hear him today, and the whole world to hear him. So I am really very honored to honor the significance of this occasion by presenting him with the Domingo Award. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Juan Diego, and please pass me the award.
What can I say? I mean that an idol, an absolute idol, like Placido is for me, that he says words like that are, you know, incredible. You have to pinch yourself, you know. You know, realize that you're awake or you're dreaming. I remember it was 2001, and I sang my debut in La Sonambula, in the theater of Vienna. And after, I go to a restaurant, and I see Placido there, you know, and he says, "Juan Diego, congratulations." And for me, you know, that was everything. I mean, I called my mother, I called my sister, and then he came to my performances, not only Vienna, but in London, at the Met. He has been more in the audience than I have been there for him. And for me, that's something that you cannot believe it. And I remember one day, Placido, we spoke on the phone, and he tells me, at the end, we're already going to hang out. And he says, Juan, tonight there's, a show in channel, whatever, and you should see it. There's an interview, and just see it. And I, well, it wasn't so old. I turned on the TV and put the channel, and Charlie Rose was interviewing Placido. And at a certain point, Charlie Rose asks him, who could be the next tenor or something like that. And he says, well, there's a young tenor who is singing now in the Met, he's singing to the Ventola, and he has, this and that and that. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that Placido was speaking on TV. Good about me. And of course I called everybody. Somebody recorded it, so I have it on the tape, treasure. And thank you, Placido, because you have been such a support for me, such an inspiration for me, and for all us young singers, you are like up there. And we see it. And everything you do for us, we are, attentive and very, very, following what you're doing. And thank you also for coming to Peru, for singing there. He was recently there. He was awarded with the maximum distinction of the Peruvian government, the Orden del Sol. And he's a sol, he's a sun. And thank you very much for all that you do.
When Mr. Domingo presented Juan Diego with the award, he was really, really honored and very, very, very touched to give an award that had his name on it to this really wonderfully talented young man.
Some of you might have seen his performance here a few seasons ago at the Placido Domingo and Friends Gala, when he stopped the show with the great tenor aria from The Daughter of the Virgin Amazani. I had the pleasure and conduct him, and it was an amazing, amazing performance. Audiences and critics around the world have applauded him as one of the finest bel canto tenors of our time. But I think that he might soon, I should say already, remember as one of the great tenors of all time. His phenomenal voice and his superb technique are matched with a charismatic stage presence and appearance that have made him one of the great supreme artists and superstars in all the world's greatest opera houses. From La Scala to the Metropolitan Opera, we have wanted to bring him to our stage for several years now. So I'm very thrilled that we were finally able to schedule his company debut as Count Almaviva in the Wagner Seville. I am equally honored to honor the significance of this occasion by presenting him with the award.
Los hispanos en Latinoamérica y en España, el 15% les gusta la ópera. Entonces, ópera es parte de nuestra cultura, lo ha sido por más de 200 años, y que vengan a gozar de este gran arte.
I would like to see more and more of the Peruvian community here in Los Angeles to come down to the Dorothy Chandler to see all the work that we're doing, not just Barbie Seville, but to see all the work that we're doing. It's a great opera company right here in your hometown, so come on down.